name is Josie. This is another live yoga class for Ascent, and we're going to be doing an hour-long flow of Vinyasa. You won't really need anything for this, maybe just some water, and then any kind of other props that you usually might use are fine, and then we'll get started in a comfortable seated position. So whatever that means for you, crisscross applesauce, legs out long. You can find a seat on a block or on a blanket, something along those lines. Get any kind of wiggles out that you need to so that you can find some stillness in your seat. And then really start to ground down in your sit bones. Grow tall throughout your spine, your chest and the crown of your head. And then maybe just close your eyes for a moment. Start to bring your awareness to your body. Noticing any little sensation that you're feeling, noticing anywhere that maybe you're feeling a little extra tenderness or tightness. And then bringing your awareness to your breath, not changing it, slowing it down, or speeding it up, but just being aware of the rate and the depth at which you're breathing. Just grounding down here in your space, preparing yourself for practice. Bringing your hands to your knees if they're not already there. On your next inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. As you exhale, roll them back and down your spine. Inhale, shoulders come up. Exhale, roll them back and down. One more time, inhale, shoulders come high. Exhale, all the way back and down. Good. From here, on your next inhale, slowly blink your eyes open. We'll take some neck stretches here. We'll do them both in each direction. I will tell you guys where we're going. I won't try to mirror you because I don't know what you're seeing. But from here, you're going to drop your ear over to the right shoulder. Take a breath or two there. From there, you're going to take your chin over your right shoulder. So you should kind of feel this along the front left side of your neck. And then from here, you're going to drop your ear back towards your scapula. So really deep stretch kind of on the front left side of your neck here. And then dropping your head all the way back down and around. And coming to a neutral spine. We'll do the same thing the opposite way. So dropping your ear over to the left. From there, you're going to take your chin over your left shoulder. And dropping your ear back towards your scapula. Deep stretch. From here, head falls all the way down. We'll come up, back around to that neutral spine. We're going to take a few wrist stretches before we get into our breathing. So we're going to be doing a little bit of arm balancing today. So I want you guys to all have really warm and stretched out wrists. So the first one that we're going to do, you're just going to take your right hand and point your fingers down, and then you're taking your left hand and just pressing on the top of your hand. Really push your elbow up towards the ceiling, and you should feel this in your wrists as well as kind of along the front side of your forearm. I also can't see any comments because they're really small on my screen, so I don't know who's talking to me, but hi, I'm glad you're here. Couple breaths there. And then you're going to flex your fingers up towards the ceiling, press your palm away from you, and same thing, you're pulling your fingers towards you this time with the left hand. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other wrist, so fingers pointing down first. We'll take your right hand over the left wrist. And then again, you're pressing your elbow up towards the ceiling. And then from there, you're going to press your heel of your palm away from you, fingers pointed up, pulling your fingers towards you. Then relax, take some finger flicks, flick it out, and then find some circles, one direction, circles in the other direction. And then wiggle out your seat, any kind of other movement you need before we find stillness again, and then we'll move into our breathing. I tend to do Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. I really enjoy that before a Vinyasa practice. I think it does a really good job of getting you out of your head and into your body and just kind of grounding you down in your space. You'll have two options for your hand position. First option is going to be to take your first two fingers down to your palm. You're going to block off your right nostril with your thumb and your left nostril with your ring finger. Second option is to take those same two fingers up to your forehead. You're still blocking off the right nostril with the thumb and the left nostril with the ring finger. So what's going to happen is we'll start by blocking off the right side. We'll inhale through the left side for a count of 5, and then we'll exhale through the right side for a count of 5. Inhale right, exhale left, so on and so forth. The purpose of this is to teach you how to control your breath. So try to focus on allowing your lung capacity to last for a full 5-second inhale, and then you'll have to control a really slow 5-second exhale. The other purpose of this is to even out your energy channels, so everybody kind of has that fire side and that water side, and this will help create a balance between those two things. So whichever hand position you choose, take it down to your knee. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out your mouth. Another deep breath in through your nose and out your nose. Go ahead and block off your right nostril and inhale through the left for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Come to a natural breath. Notice any difference in your breath that may have made, or any difference in how you're feeling in your body or in your space. From here, you're going to move into a tabletop position. So wrists stacked under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We'll go through a few cat-cows. On an inhale, belly drops, gaze and tailbone lift up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, spine rounds, chin tucks, press your mat away from you. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, spine rounds, chin tucks. You're going to take this a few more times at your own pace, using your own breath. Finding any other movement that might feel good for you. Big C curves or barrel rolls. Doesn't necessarily have to be a yoga position. Any kind of movement you're kind of calling for right here is just fine. Then bring your big toes to touch, knees come to the width of your mat. Sink your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Arms go out long, forehead comes down to the mat. Find a little bit of movement here, maybe roll your forehead back and forth, kind of wiggle into one hip or the other. Maybe crawl your fingertips from the right, and then over to the left, finding some side body extension. And then start to find some stillness. Begin to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. Seal your lips and move your inhales and exhales through your nose with a slight restriction at the back of your throat. engaging the same muscles that you would use to whisper. This will create a heat in your body and aid you in practice. So it should be almost an audible breath that you can hear. Take another moment to set an intention, dedication, or purpose for your practice, whether that be you, someone else, or something. Whatever that idea is, allow it to carry you through this next hour of movement. I invite you to allow it to be this kind of idea of freedom and playful movement. We're going to be doing some challenging stuff that you might be falling out of, but you're all in the comfort of your own home, so if you face plants, okay, nobody is there to make fun of you. A few more breaths here. On your next inhale, return to that tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back. Gaze is straight in front of you. And then from here, we're going to find a puppy's pose. So hips stay high, stacked over your knees. And then you're just going to crawl your fingertips forward. Start to melt your chest down towards the mat. And then chin might touch, might not touch. If it feels more comfortable, you can rest your forehead on the mat. You should feel this in your shoulders, your chest, a little bit of triceps. And on your next inhale, start to walk those hands back to center. And then from here, you're going to curl your toes over onto the mat. Lift your knees just an inch or two away from the mat, firing up through your core. So puffing up the space between your shoulder blades, not allowing it to sink here. And everything is active. Pressing into all 10 fingertips as well as your palms. Heels drive back. Another inhale. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, right leg back, followed by the left leg, high plank. Then exhale, down dog. So feet are about hip distance apart. Finding a little bit of movement here. Bending into one knee, driving the opposite heel down towards the mat. You're pressing through the base of your palms, the L's of your hands, to shine your chest back towards your feet. And start to find some stillness if you have not already. Head hangs freely between your biceps, no tension there. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Take a deep breath in. On your breath out, take a deep bend in the knee. Back is still nice and flat, reaching towards your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, shoot forward, high plank. Take another inhale. Exhale, down dog. We'll do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Breath out. Crouching tigers, deep bend in the knee. Inhale. Exhale, shoot forward, high plank. Take a breath in. Breath out. Hips come high, down dog. 1 more time. Take an inhale. Exhale, deep bend in the knee. Breath in. Breath out. Shoot forward, high plank. Another inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take your gaze up between your hands. Start to tiptoe your feet up. Exhale, forward fold. First forward fold today. So we're really looking for spine decompression rather than getting super deep into the hamstrings. So take a bigger bend in your knees than you normally would and shine the crown of your head straight down at your mat. Allow pinkies to rest in opposite crooks of your elbows. Or maybe interlace your fingers, place them behind your head for a little more traction on your spine. Movement here is fine. Stillness is always okay. On your next inhale, half lift. Fingertips come to shins. Your gaze is straight down in front of you. So squeezing your shoulder blades together so you have a nice flat back. Pressing into your shins to really elongate your spine. Take another inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Chin stays tucked, head is last. At the top of your mat, exhale, roll your shoulders down your spine. Inhale, arms come high. Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, take your right arm down. Left arm comes over.
Side body stretch, so you're pulling your left shoulder behind you so that your chest stays nice and open. You really feel this across your left side body. And with each inhale, see if you can reach your left fingertips a little farther. And then as you exhale, you can bend a little deeper into that space that you've created. Using your obliques, inhale, sweep back to center. Excuse me. Exhale, take that left arm down, right arm comes over. So again, you're peeling your right shoulder behind you. So that this is really about your right side body. Every inhale, reaching with that right hand just a little further, create that space. Then exhale, maybe bending over just a little deeper. Use your obliques. Inhale, sweep back to center. Exhale through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands down, feet back, high plank. Hold here for a moment. We're going to create some muscle memory in your high plank. You're going to return here every time that we come to this posture. So really engaging everything, drawing everything towards the midline. I'll move through a few different cues here. Slight bend in the elbow. Arms are really engaged. Heels are reaching back towards you. Legs are squeezing. So quads are squeezing, hamstrings are active, backs of my knees are pressing up towards the ceiling. My hips are in line with my shoulders. Gaze is straight down. Keep that length through the neck. Take an inhale. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, rock forward just an inch, come to your tiptoes. Exhale, lower down for low plank. Keep your elbows glued to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, so we'll take that chaturanga between all of your flows. If at any time you want to skip it, whoops. Or maybe in a down dog, feel free. You can always make it more challenging by adding in a push-up or doing it with one leg. This is your practice. Listen to your body, do whatever you might need today, but also challenge yourself. I think it's really easy to kind of click off of videos when you're trying to practice in your own house. It's hard to keep yourself motivated, but we're here together, so try everything. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, leg comes high. Exhale, right leg comes all the way between your hands. Sink your left knee down, uncurl that toe, rise up for a low crescent. So for this first one, I'm already out of breath. You're gonna make sure that your right knee is stacked over your ankle. Shoulders are over your hips, arms reach high. Deep stretch on the front side of your left hip flexor. Ever so slightly drawing your right hip back, sending your left hip forward to really square off your hips. Shoulders move away from your ears. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Another inhale. Exhale, lifted airplane. So squeezing your shoulder blades together, arms come behind you, but chest stays forward, shoulders over hips. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lifted airplane. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms come back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Press into that right foot. Take a breath in. On your breath out, lengthen out through your right leg for a half splits. So keeping your hips stacked over your knees, not letting them kind of sink back towards your heels. Chest stays nice and lifted. This is a great spot to use maybe a water bottle or something to keep your spine nice and flat instead of kind of rounding over into the posture. We'll have a few breaths here to deepen. Every inhale, further lengthen. Every exhale, melting ever so slightly deeper. Again, right hip comes back, left hip comes forward. On an inhale, start to rebend into your right knee. Bring your hands forward to kind of frame your right foot. And then you're going to pop up onto your left toes just for a second. Hands are planted around your right foot. See if you can keep your hips exactly where they're at. You're just going to step that right leg back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, bring it all the way between your hands. Sink your right knee down, uncurl your toe, rising up for low crescent. So again, left knee is over your ankle. Whoa. Shoulders are stacked over your hips, arms reach high, shoulders come away from your ears. Ever so slightly, left hip back, right hip forward this time. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Another inhale. Exhale, lifted airplane. Shoulders stay stacked over hips, arms sweep back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lifted airplane. Inhale, center, one more. Exhale, arms come back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands plant down on the mat. Take a breath in. On your breath out, press into your left foot, lengthen through the left leg, half splits. So again, hips stay high, stacked over your knees. Left toes are flexed. Chest is nice and long, so maybe using something to bring the ground a little bit closer so that you can keep your spine nice and long. Again, left hip back, right hip forward. Every breath in, lengthen. Every breath out, little deeper. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, start to rebend into your left knee. Plant your hands framing your left foot. Pop up onto your right toe. See if you can keep your hips exactly where they're at. Step that left leg back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, drop your heel over to the left. Open up your hips. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Try to even out the weight between your hands, dropping your right shoulder blade down ever so slightly. About 3 more. And 1 more. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, send your right leg all the way between your hands, this time rising up for a full crescent lunge. So deep bend in that right knee. Knee is stacked over your ankle. You're up on your left toe. Arms reach high. Shoulders stacked over hips. Left leg is super active here. So squeezing through my hamstring, squeezing through the quad to lift the back of my kneecap up towards the ceiling. Everything is active. Shoulders come away from the ears. Inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, twist your left elbow over your right knee, side angle twist. So not going too crazy deep on this first one. Trying to stack your elbows on top of one another as much as you can, driving the back of your knee up towards the ceiling still. Really activate that left quad. Lengthen as you inhale. Twist just a little deeper as you exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Hold for your exhale. Grounding down through your right foot. Notice every spot on the mat that your foot is pressing into. On an inhale, if you can, sweep up to an Ekapada Tadasana. So left knee lifts to hip height. Left foot is flexed, arms reach up high. Find that balance. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, left arm moves back, right arm moves forward, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale as slow as you can, like you're moving through honey. Step that left foot back into a crescent plane. Try to make your left foot silent as you land. Good, really squeeze the pinkies towards one another. Lift the tops of the hands towards the ceiling. Fire up those triceps. Inhale, long lever reach. Chest stays where it's at, just your arms are moving. So chest is still lifted away from your thigh. Core is super engaged. Arms reach high. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Step that right foot back. High plank. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take an open mouth. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, drop your heel over to the right. Again, we're going to hold this for a second here. Try to even out that weight between each hand, dropping the left shoulder down ever so slightly. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left leg comes all the way through. Rise up, full crescent. All right, check your alignment. Make sure your left knee is over your ankle, up on your right toe. Again, engage that quad. Drive the back of your knee up towards the ceiling. Arms reach high. Shoulders in line with hips. If you've got a big curve in your low spine, slightly tuck your tailbone under. Take an inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take an exhale, right elbow over your left knee. So again, not cranking super crazy on this first one. Try to stack your elbows on top of one another. Create length as you breathe in. Twist just a little deeper as you breathe out. Inhale, come all the way back through center. Find your balance, hold for your exhale. Again, ground down in that right foot. Notice every spot on the mat that your foot is pressing into. Pick a spot to keep your gaze. On a breath in, rise up, Ekapada Tadasana. Left knee lifts to hip height, right foot lifts to hip height, right foot is flexed. Arms reach high. Find that balance. Take an inhale. Exhale, right arm comes back, left arm comes forward. Open arm twist to the right. Inhale, sweep back to center. Exhale as slow as you can, crescent plane. Try to make your right foot silent this time. Good. When you land, squeeze those pinkies towards one another. Lift the tops of your hands up towards the ceiling. Fire up your triceps. Inhale, long lever reach. Chest stays where it's at. Just your arms are moving. Core is super engaged. One long line from your right heel to your right fingertips. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down on the mat. Step that left leg back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Few breaths here. Slow down your heart rate. And then we'll start to flow again. From here, inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, leg comes high. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold here. Take a breath in. Breath out. Gently place that right foot down. Rise up for full crescent lunge. So you've been here before. Same exact thing. Right knee over ankle. Up on the left toes. Driving the back of that knee up towards the ceiling. Slightly tuck your tailbone under. Arms reach high. Can you come deeper? Notice where your mind goes. See if you can keep your attention on those sensations in your body. From here, take your right hand down to your right hip crease. Inhale, really lengthen through that left side body. Then exhale, twist over to the right. So deeper this time. Again, you've been here before, so getting a little farther, creating length with every inhale, twisting just a little deeper with every exhale. Keep that lift in your hips. Wherever you're at on an inhale, you're gonna send your arms long. You're gonna bring them down towards the mat. They don't necessarily have to touch the mat, but just towards the mat. So your right side of your right hip is kind of on your right elbow, right knee on left elbow. Hold here, you got it. Take a breath in, breath out, plant those hands down on the mat, keep your left hand planted, inhale, right arm comes towards the sky, lunge twist. From here, we're gonna come into kind of an awkward posture. It's called lounging lizard. I like to kind of walk my left hand forward an inch or two to take pressure off of my wrist. And then you're gonna roll onto the outside edges of both of your feet. Your right arm is gonna reach behind you. If this is super uncomfortable for you, you can stay up on your right toe and just drop to the outside edge of that right foot. But if it's accessible, then come all the way over. You should feel this on the outside edge of your right hip. One more inhale. Hold for your exhale. Pressing into all three limbs on a breath in, take your hips high. Breath out, crawl your right hand all the way across your body. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So your toes are in, heels are out, diving down, hinging at the hips. Any width with your legs is fine. So if you want to take them out wider, you can do that. If you want to bring them in a few inches, you can also do that. Any variation with your hands is fine. Maybe grabbing for ankles, big toes, maybe interlacing your fingers behind your back, getting a little shoulders in there. Kind of whatever you need here. Maybe chaturanga arms between your legs. Bring your hands under your shoulder. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. On a breath in, start to crawl your hands over to the right. You're up on that left toe. Step that right leg back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, rock forward around your spine. Inhale, leg comes high. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Take an inhale. Exhale, place that left foot down. Rise up, breath in. So again, we've been here before. Check out your alignment, see how you're looking. Arms reach high. Shoulders come down your spine. Can you sink deeper? Take that left hand down to the left hip crease. Inhale, really lengthen through the right side body. Then exhale, twist the right elbow over the left knee. So coming a little deeper this time on this side. Elbows are stacked. Maybe lifting the hips up just a little bit if they have kind of sagged down. Come back to your breath. Come back to that intention, the purpose that you set for yourself at the beginning of practice. Inhale, lengthen through the elbows. Start to bring the chest kind of forward more onto the left side so that left hip comes to the left elbow, right knee on right elbow. Hands are flexed. So this is kind of like a lifted arm balance. This is what we're prepping for. You guys got it. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Exhale, plant those hands down on the mat. Step that left leg back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take an open mouth exhale, let it go. Inhale, gaze comes up between your hands. Start to walk your feet up. Exhale, forward fold. Couple breaths here. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands come down, or hips go down, hands go up, sinking into a chair. So your weight is in your heels. Maybe your toes lift off the mat, maybe they don't. Slightly tuck your tailbone under if you've got that big curve in your spine like I do. Maybe come a little deeper. Okay, from here, we're starting to move into kind of the peak posture that we've been working towards. You're going to inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, twist your left elbow over your right knee. Prayer twist. So knees are in line with one another. Check out your left knee. See if it's kind of reaching in front of your right. See if you can pull it back to center. Now you have the option to stay here. If you want to work on this twist, if at any time you want to come out, find a forward fold as we kind of move into this arm balance or this peak posture, you totally have that option. But I encourage you to just give it a try. Even if you've never done it before, you might surprise yourself. So from your prayer twist, you're going to drop your hips all the way down to the mat, kind of finding this little squat, toe squat. And then release your hands from your prayer posture. Bring your hands down to the mat. So this is kind of exactly where we were at when we were in that lunge twist and we straightened out our arms. So from here, I'm going to give you a couple options. We're coming into side crow, but that is our pit stop on our way to fallen angel. So fallen angel is where we're headed, but you can stop anywhere along the way as we kind of move through these few postures. If you want to stop wherever you're at too and kind of watch me right now, you can. You don't have to be in a twist. But from our little squat, your hands are reached over to the right. So left elbow is glued to the right knee, right elbow's on the right hip. Make sure that your hands are in line with one another. They're not doing anything kind of crazy like this, and that your fingers are all pointed towards the top of your mat, and they're not sideways or anything kind of weird like that. From here, with both of your elbows glued to your right leg, you're just going to start to come up and onto your hands. This is the first layer. Just playing here with putting your weight onto the elbows. This is fine if you want to just stay here. Wherever you decide to be, keep your gaze out in front of you, and that's going to help you keep your balance. So that's layer one. Layer two is going to be a full crow, so toes are going to float up off the mat. Side crow, sorry. Layer two. Layer three is fallen angel. So from side crow, you're really controlling your head down to the mat, so don't just face plant. And then you're going to bring your toes up towards the ceiling. Right knee stays glued to your left elbow, and you're going to lengthen through the left leg. Come out as gracefully as you can. It's really hard to talk upside down. I'll give you kind of a minute or two to play around. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me if you feel like you're not doing it right or something like that. And again, it's okay if you fall and hit your face. Nobody's watching you. Everyone's watching me. Find some wrist circles after you're done playing around there. Take a seat on your knees. If you're in your twist or your forward fold, come to your knees. Start to twist your wrists in one direction, then the other direction. I like to press the tops of my hands down on the mat. We'll get a little bit deeper into our wrists in just a minute. But from there, curl over your toes, come back into that forward fold. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Then inhale, hips down, hands up, chair pose. Again, weight comes into the heels. Slightly tuck the tailbone under, remove a curve from the low spine. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, hands come through heart center. Then exhale your right elbow over your left knee. So again, starting with a twist. Check out your knees. Make sure your right knee's not coming in front of your left. Pull it back to midline. And then same options here. We'll move through all of those steps on this side. So first coming into that little toe squat. And then arms are going to go out straight. So again, it's exactly like what we were doing in the lunge twist. Or side angle twist. So right elbow's glued to the left knee. Left elbow's on your left hip. Fingers are all pointed in one direction. Hands are even with one another. From there, you're just leaning over to the left. Don't imagine too much about lifting and using your strength. Think more about balancing your weight onto your hands. So just leaning over to the left. Maybe toes lift. Maybe you just kind of play with that. And then if you're in that side curl, you want to go farther, controlling your weight down to the mat till your head rests. And there's not a lot of weight on your head. So most of the weight's in your arms. You're just kind of placing your head on the mat. So I can kind of bounce up and down. There's not a whole lot of weight. So toes come up towards the ceiling. Left knee stays glued. Right leg comes up. Then maybe come out of it. Maybe hang out there. I'll give you about 3 more breaths to kind of play around. This is something that you can come back to. You can rewatch this video and work on this. Wherever you are, start to make your way down to the mat, onto your knees. So we're going to really stretch out our wrists now. So doing the same thing that we did kind of at the beginning of class. Fingers pointed down. Left hand comes on top of the right, pressing into the top of the right hand. Stretching out through the top of the wrist, top of the forearm. Elbow points up towards the ceiling. Same thing on this side, so fingers point down towards the floor. Right hand comes on top of the left hand. Elbow presses up towards the ceiling, pressing left hand down. Go ahead and release that hand. Find those flicks throughout the wrists. Crack your fingers, get a little shakes, and take the circles. One direction, circles in that other direction. Okay, from here, I'm going to take this bracelet off. If you have any kind of bracelets or anything on your wrists, you're probably going to want to remove them. And then we're coming into, this isn't a posture. We're going to massage out your wrists with your body weight of your knee. So, bringing your right arm, I'm going to be up on my left foot and my right knee is down on the mat. My right forearm is going to come down to the mat. And I'm going to use my left knee to just kind of press on the inside of my forearm. I don't know if you can see it, but my fingers will start to curl towards my palm. It's because I'm pressing on all of those tendons. You can kind of roll out your wrist here. Be gentle. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So left forearm comes down to the mat, and I'm using my weight with my right knee to press onto the inside of my left forearm. And again, fingers will kind of curl towards your palms as you hit each one of those tendons with your weight here. And then flick them out a few more times. Hopefully they feel good. Then you're going to come into a down dog. Hips are high. Sink your heels down towards the mat. Send your chest back towards your feet. Come back to that Ujjayi breath. Inhales and exhales through your nose. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, right ankle towards your left wrist for half pigeon. Come down to your knee and curl your toe. And if you have a lot of knee pain here, figure 4 on your back is always an option. So you can just come onto your back, cross right ankle over the left knee, interlace fingers. And if not, then half pigeon's always a favorite of mine. If you have a lot of hip tension, then you can always place something under your right sit bones. Whatever you have available for you is fine. Bringing your fingertips to the outside edges of your mat. Inhale, create length through your spine, crown your head. Then exhale, slowly roll all the way down. And if it is too much to come down to the mat, you can always stay lifted, or you can rest on your forearms, or maybe a prop of some sort. Sending each exhale to any areas of discomfort that you're feeling. We're almost done in this posture, but I'll give you the option if you want to take it a little bit deeper by threading the needle. So left hand's going to come under the right. And then the full expression of this posture is kind of funky. You would bring your right hand kind of up your back, and you would hook hands. I'm not flexible enough in the shoulders to do that, and it's mildly uncomfortable, so you can always just lengthen out if that is better for you. About 3 more deep breaths. If you're in that kind of pretzel posture, unwind. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. If you have a prop under your right sit bone, set it to the side. And then you're going to roll into your right sit bone. So your right leg is bent in, left leg is out long. And then we're just going to find a forward fold. But using your core, turn your chest towards your left leg and inhale your arms high. Then exhale, melt down towards those left toes. If you don't have a lot of flexibility here, you can always take like a towel or a blanket or a t-shirt or something, wrap it around the sole of your foot and kind of use your arms to pull down towards the mat. But wherever you are, you're trying to draw right elbow down. Next inhale, start to slowly make your way back up. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Inhale your right arm high. Then exhale, reach towards your left toes. Side body stretch on the right side. So not worrying too much about trying to grab your foot, really just focusing on the side body stretch, peeling your right shoulder behind you. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, make your way back into down dog. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, left ankle towards your right wrist, half pigeon. Come back down to your knee, uncurl your toe. Same options here, finding a prop or maybe finding a figure 4 on your back. But bringing your fingertips to the edges of your mat. Inhale, find length. Then exhale, slowly roll all the way down. And again, you can stay lifted, rest on your forearms, or kind of whatever you need here on this side. Check in with your right toes. Make sure that they're straight back behind you. Sometimes they tend to pin in. Using your breath, sending exhales to any areas of discomfort.
again, I'm going to give you that option to move into like a different variation, a little bit more deeper. You're going to take your right arm under your left, threading the needle. Again, you can leave your left arm kind of long. Full expression would be to take that left arm behind you. Right fingertips come over the left shoulder. Goal is to hug fingertips, but maybe not. You can always use a strap here too. Unwinding from that posture, if you took that different variation, coming up onto your hands, you'll sit over into your left sit bones. So left leg is in, right leg is long. Again, use your core, turn your chest towards your right leg and inhale your arms high, find length. Then exhale, melt towards your right toes. Again, this time you're trying to draw your left elbow towards the mat. If you'd like a strap or some kind of prop here to make this more of an active stretch, you have that option. Your next inhale, start to slowly make your way back up to your seat. Take your right hand to your left knee on a breath in, left arm comes high. Breath out, reach towards those right toes. Again, left shoulder peels behind you, really making this about the side body stretch on the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, send both legs out nice and wide. So as wide as what's comfortable for you. Toes are going to flex up towards the ceiling. We're going to rock left and right a few times. This will create that natural lubrication in your hips. It'll allow you to get a little bit deeper when you do decide to settle into the center. If this movement feels good for you, you want to continue with the movement, you totally can. If you're feeling like you're ready to settle into stillness, find your way to the center. Maybe rest on your forearms or block. If you'd like to send your arms out long, rest on your forehead, you can. Next breath in, start to walk your hands back towards your sit bones. Bring your legs to touch, coming towards the top of your mat. Make your way all the way down onto your back. From here, we're going to find happy baby. So feet are going to come up. You're going to reach for big toes, inside, outside edges of your feet. If that isn't accessible to you, maybe grabbing for ankles or backs of thighs. Wherever you are, stack your ankles over your knees. Pull your thighs down towards the mat. And then focus on rooting the entire length of your spine into the mat. So all the way from your skull to your tailbone, ever so slightly tucking the chin to really create that length through your neck. And then really ground into your tailbone. So it's super easy and most often times the most difficult part of this posture. That didn't make sense. A lot of times people are going to have their tailbone lifted up in this. Kind of looks like this. You want to really focus on grounding your tailbone down into the mat. Is quarantine making anyone else crazy? So if the entire length of your mat
length of your spine is grounded into your mat. Find some movement here. Maybe roll back and forth. Maybe lengthen one leg, bend the other knee, vice versa. Maybe lengthen both legs. Take another inhale. Exhale, release your legs down to the mat. From here, we're going to find a supine twist before our Shavasana. So crossing your right leg over your left leg for eagle legs. So you have the option here to wrap once just by crossing knees, or wrapping twice by bringing right foot under left calf. Then bring your left foot down to the mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Then breath out through your nose, legs fall over to the right, gaze comes over the left shoulder. If that's not comfortable, then gaze can stay up towards the ceiling. But wherever you are, try to keep your shoulders, both shoulders grounded into the mat. If you find your right shoulder peeling up, you might need to come out of the twist just a little bit. Inhale, come back through center, unwind your legs, and then we'll find the same thing on the other side. So crossing left leg over right to wrap once, or wrapping twice by bringing left foot under right calf. Right foot comes back down to the mat. Take a deep breath in, breath out, legs fall over to the right, gaze comes over your left shoulder if it's comfortable. If not, gaze can be straight up. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, unwind. Bring your knees into your chest, give them a good squeeze, and then take some small circles with your knees in one direction, finding that little massage in your low back. Some small circles in the other direction. And then pull your knees all the way to your chest, draw your head up towards your knees. Activate every muscle in your body, from your toes, your core, your forehead, your fingers. Take one final inhale. Exhale, let it all out for Shavasana. Tuck your shoulders under your spine. Allow your feet to fall away from each other and fingers to naturally curl towards your palms. If you made it through the whole class with me, shout out to you. Unhinge your jaw. Maybe open it up wide, stretch it out a little bit. Take your tongue from the roof of your mouth, place it behind your teeth. Do a full body scan. Notice any places that you're still holding tension and let them go. Start to quiet down that monkey mind. Shavasana is that act of resting meditation. Sometimes keeping the thoughts down is the hardest part of yoga when you're sitting in stillness. If you find your mind wandering 1,000 miles an hour, that's okay, that's normal. Acknowledge those thoughts. If it's not something that serves you, not something that you want here in your space, let them go. Your only job for the next few minutes is to remain present on your mind, in your body, and on your mat. It's not often that we get a few minutes in our day to kind of consciously disengage fully with full permission. So allow yourself those few minutes here. Every exhale, your body gets heavier. Sink deeper into your mat. You remain here for the next few minutes, and I will call you out when it is time.
yogis. If you're feeling good, you want to stay in Shavasana, stay in meditation, then stay exactly where you're at. Don't move. Give yourself just a few more moments of stillness to relax. But if you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, start to bring small movements into your fingers and toes. Just bringing your awareness back to your room. When you're ready, you're going to take your hands overhead, point your feet for a full body stretch on the breath in, engaging everything for just a moment. And exhale, full relax. When you're ready, you'll roll onto your right side for a fetal position. Pulling your knees about halfway in and using that right bicep as a pillow. Taking a few moments here just to find gratitude for yourself for taking time out of your day to make it onto your mat and move your body. I know it's really hard to find motivation to do really anything these days, but just know that we're all there experiencing the same thing with one another. On your next inhale, with as little effort as possible, come to a comfortable seat with your eyes closed, hands at heart center. We're going to seal practice today with 3 breaths together, each a little bit bigger and louder than the last. We'll first exhale here to unite. Deep breath in through your nose, start to fill up from your belly. Moving into your chest. A few more sips of air at the top. Big open mouth, exhale, let it go. 2 more just like that, inhale. Exhale. Last one, full breath in. This time as you exhale everything out, really contract your abs, push all that stale air out. Inhale, thumbs to third eye center, your seat of insight and intuition. As always, it truly is my honor to be able to guide you through this movement, so thank you for taking time out of your day and meeting me on your mat, whether you're watching this later on or if you followed along for the live viewing. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I miss your faces. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within each of you. Namaste. I hope you guys had fun. I hope it went by as quickly for you as it did for me. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you can leave them on this video. I'm really bad about talking at the beginning of these, so I'll try to do better next time. I'll give you music and all that. But other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Oh, can we end it? Here we go.